In the video, we were exposed to a couple key concepts or big ideas about literacy. And one of those big ideas that was presented was alphabet knowledge. And I think it's worth exploring a little bit more so families have a clearer understanding about what it is, why it's important, and what are the things that they can do at home to support the learning of alphabet knowledge. So when we talk about that term alphabet knowledge, what we're actually talking about is the understanding and the recognition of the different upper and lowercase letters in print, but also the ability to name the upper and lowercase letters. I also talked about that term literacy, and we use that term literacy over and over along with mathematics in the videos. And when we talk about literacy, I think it's really important that we're all on the same page. When we talk about literacy, what we're talking about is not only reading, but writing, speaking, and listening. So you can see we have many connections between alphabet knowledge and some of the other big ideas that we talk about in early learning. As children develop literacy skills, they don't develop those skills in silos. So one day they're working on alphabet knowledge, and the next day they're working on phonemic awareness, and the next day they're working on vocabulary, and the next day they're working on reading comprehension. Actually, all of those things that we're addressing in the video are happening spontaneously with each other. Alphabet knowledge is a very important skill for youngsters to start developing, and typically kids start developing the alphabet knowledge skill at 2 or 3 or 4 years of age. There's a wide variability of what that might look like with individual children. But it's really, really important because reading researchers have found that alphabet knowledge and another key skill that we're going to talk about in another video, phonemic awareness, seem to be the two best predictors of early reading success. So what that means for teachers and for parents is that if your child has a pretty good understanding of the alphabet, can name the letters, uppercase and lowercase letters of most, maybe not all, but many of the letters of the alphabet, and if they can recognize some of those letters in print, either in writings or in books, that they're going to be in a good position to learn how to read once they start kindergarten. So when children start school, whether it's preschool or kindergarten, they're going to be learning more about the alphabet, and they're going to be refining the skills that they already have as far as understanding about letters and writing letters. But long before this happens, children are starting to be aware of print in their environment and the individual letters. And families really contribute greatly to how well kids develop that concept of alphabet knowledge. We know that young children learn best when they learn from their natural environments. So rather than sit down and use a worksheet or flashcards, actually you don't need to do anything special with your child other than draw attention to print and letters that you see in your daily natural environment. So if you're going to the grocery store and you walk in the door and you're looking for apples, when you find the apples, you can draw attention to maybe 1 or 2 letters in the word apples at the grocery store. The same is true if you're traveling and you see a stop sign and you draw attention to, look, that says stop. It starts with the same letter as your name, S. Same as if you're going to the park, it'll say park here, or no parking. You can draw attention to the print. And what we're doing here is not teaching kids to read that particular sign. What we're doing is instilling this knowledge that print carries important meaning in our lives.